Start practicing these techniques today and watch as opportunities, relationships, and success flow naturally into your life. Your desires are already in consciousness. The key is to align, trust, and let go without giving up. Step into your power. Manifest with ease. Live fully while your desires unfold. Hashtags, hashtag manifestation, hashtag law of attraction, hashtag let go and receive, hashtag peaceful certainty, hashtag manifest effortlessly, hashtag abundance mindset, hashtag daily manifestation, hashtag trust the process, hashtag live fully, hashtag spiritual growth. Good evening, my friends. Tonight, I want to take you on a journey into one of the most misunderstood principles of manifestation. A principle so simple, yet so powerful, that once you understand it, it can change everything about the way you attract your desires. You see, nearly everyone who studies the law of manifestation struggles with this paradox. They want something deeply, with all their heart, but they also feel pressured to let go. And this is where confusion begins. When they hear let go, they think it means stop wanting. When they hear detach, they believe it means stop caring. When they hear surrender, they assume it means give up. But none of this is true. Letting go is not giving up. Detachment is not indifference. Surrender is not defeat. Tonight, I'm going to show you the difference. I'm going to teach you how to hold your desire with unwavering faith while simultaneously releasing the desperate grip that keeps it out of reach. You will learn how to stay fully committed to your vision without forcing it, without anxiously monitoring every detail, and without feeling consumed by doubt or fear. By the end of this session, you will understand how to let go without giving up, how to rest in a state of peaceful certainty, and how to allow manifestation to flow effortlessly into your life. You will discover the secret that transforms waiting and worrying into calm, confident knowing. So, if you've ever wanted something with all your heart, yet found yourself frustrated, anxious, or exhausted from holding on too tightly, tonight is for you. Prepare to learn the art of releasing without losing, of trusting without doubting, and of manifesting with ease. If you like, I can now write the next section, the problem, holding on too tight, 400 words, in the same style so we can continue building the full script. Do you want me to do that? Let's begin by looking at what happens when you hold on too tightly to your desire. Many people approach manifestation with the best of intentions. They want something deeply, they visualize it, they affirm it, they imagine the perfect outcome. But then something subtle happens, the wanting turns into gripping, the faith turns into anxiety, and the excitement of desire slowly transforms into desperation. You wake up in the morning, and the first thought in your mind is, has it happened yet? Is it here? Did I manifest it? Throughout your day, you find yourself checking for signs, analyzing every circumstance, replaying every interaction, trying to detect whether your desire is on its way. You overthink every moment, every coincidence, every opportunity, trying to control the process. By nightfall, your mind is exhausted, and yet, the desire still feels distant. This is the trap of holding on too tightly. The more you obsess, the more you try to force, the more resistance you create. Your desire seems to slip further away, and instead of feeling hope, you feel anxiety. Instead of faith, you feel desperation. Instead of certainty, you feel doubt. Think of it like this: imagine holding a handful of sand. You want to keep every grain. You squeeze tightly, trying to control every movement, gripping with fear that if you loosen your hand, it will all be lost. What happens? The sand slips through your fingers. The tighter you grip, the more you lose. But when you relax your hand, when you let the sand rest lightly in your palm, it stays. It rests. It is safe. Holding on too tightly is the same. The more you try to force, control, and monitor your desire, the more you affirm its absence. Your desperate grasp communicates lack to consciousness, creating more of what you do not want. Anxiety, frustration, impatience, they are all symptoms of gripping too tightly. Tonight, I will show you how to release this grip without giving up, how to trust in the natural flow of manifestation, and how to hold your desire with faith instead of fear. But first, you must see the cost of desperate holding. Until you understand the problem, you cannot embrace the solution. If you want, I can now write the next section, the difference, giving up versus letting go, 450 words, in the same style. Should I continue? Before we dive into the method of letting go, it's essential to understand the difference between giving up and true letting go. Many people confuse the two, and this confusion is what keeps them trapped in cycles of frustration and disappointment. Giving up is simple to recognize. It is resignation. It is disbelief. It is abandoning your desire entirely. Giving up is the moment you tell yourself, this is impossible. I am not capable. I am not worthy. It is the moment you stop trying because fear and doubt have convinced you that your dream cannot be realized. When you give up, you return to the old state of consciousness, the state of lack, limitation, and frustration. You stop imagining, stop assuming, stop believing. You abandon the very thing you once wanted. Letting go, on the other hand, is completely different. Letting go is not abandoning your desire. It is not surrendering to hopelessness. True letting go is a conscious act of releasing the desperate grip, while holding unwavering faith in the outcome. It is trusting the process, knowing that your desire already exists in consciousness, and accepting that the how and when are not yours to dictate. Think of it like this: a woman wants to manifest a loving relationship. Giving up would be saying, "I'll never find love. It's impossible." She would stop imagining, stop hoping, stop engaging. Letting go would be saying, "I know this relationship exists for me. I don't know how or when it will appear, but I trust that it will." She continues to live fully, love herself, and engage with life, all while holding the assumption that her desire is already done. The key mindset shift is subtle but powerful. You hold the state of desire without holding on to the need for physical evidence. You remain faithful to the assumption, while releasing control over the timing, the circumstances, and the exact path. You are committed to the what, but relaxed about the how and when. When you truly let go, your desire no longer feels like a source of anxiety or pressure. You feel peaceful certainty. You feel confidence without grasping. You trust without controlling. And in that state, manifestation becomes natural, effortless, and inevitable. Tonight, I will teach you exactly how to step into this state, how to release desperation without losing faith, and how to live in a way that allows your desires to flow to you effortlessly. But first, we need to explore the heart of this principle, the power of letting go without giving up. If you like, I can now write the next section, the core principle, letting go without giving up, 600 words, in the same style. Do you want me to continue? Chat. Now that we understand the difference between giving up and letting go, let's explore the core principle that transforms manifestation from struggle into effortless flow. I call this principle peaceful certainty. Peaceful certainty is a state of mind where you are neither anxious nor desperate. You are calm, confident, and fully assured that your desire already exists in consciousness. It is the quiet knowing that what you want is yours, not maybe, not someday, but already present in the infinite field of possibility. This is not blind hope or wishful thinking. This is alignment with the laws of manifestation, a harmony between your inner state and the reality you wish to create. When you cling too tightly to your desire, your mind communicates lack. Every anxious thought, every desperate check, every overanalysis signals to consciousness that you do not yet have what you want. Manifestation responds to your state, not your effort. Therefore, peaceful certainty is the antidote to struggle. When you hold your desire with calm assurance, you embody the state of having, and the universe mirrors that state effortlessly. Detachment is central to this process, but not detachment in the sense of indifference. Indifference is giving up, it is apathy. Detachment, in contrast, is deeply caring while releasing the need for the physical proof of fulfillment. You love your desire. You want it. You value it. Yet, you do not require it to feel complete. You are satisfied in consciousness. You are whole now, independent of the outcome. This is the subtle but powerful difference that separates true manifestation masters from those who struggle endlessly. Think of it like planting seeds. A farmer plants seeds in the spring, waters them, tends the soil, and then rests. The seeds grow not because he anxiously digs them up every day to check, but because he trusts the natural process. The farmer has faith in the unseen growth beneath the soil. Similarly, when you plant your desire in consciousness, when you hold the assumption of its fulfillment, you allow it to grow naturally. Your trust becomes the fertile ground where your desire manifests. This principle explains why some desires appear unexpectedly, in ways that exceed your imagination. When you let go of desperate control, you open space for the infinite intelligence of the universe to deliver in ways you could never foresee. Timing, circumstances, and even people align perfectly when you are aligned internally. This is the magic of peaceful certainty and true detachment. In essence, letting go without giving up is not passive. It is active trust. It is living fully, engaging with life, and enjoying the present while your desire unfolds effortlessly behind the scenes. You remain committed to the what, while releasing obsession over the how and when. In this state, manifestation flows naturally, as if the universe itself conspires to deliver your desire because you are no longer resisting it with fear or need. Tonight, I will guide you through practical steps to cultivate peaceful certainty in your own life, how to release desperation, strengthen your assumption, and live in a state where manifestation becomes effortless. But first, we will explore the step-by-step methods that allow you to embody this principle daily. If you want, I can now write the next section, step-by-step practical method, 900 words, in the same style, giving it full detail and examples. Do you want me to continue? Now, let's put the principle of letting go without giving up into practice. Tonight, I will guide you step by step through a method that will allow you to embody peaceful certainty and manifest your desires effortlessly. These steps are simple in concept but profound in effect. Follow them closely, and watch as your manifestation flows naturally into your life. Step 1. Establish your assumption. The first step is to firmly establish your assumption, the unshakable knowing that your desire is already fulfilled. Before you can let go, you must decide what you are not letting go of. This is not a wish or a hope, it is a fact in consciousness. Say to yourself, I have my desire. It is done in consciousness. I am already living in this state. Feel it, know it, settle into it. This is the foundation of everything. Without it, letting go becomes aimless, and desperation creeps back in. Imagine a sculptor with a block of marble. Before chipping away, he sees the final statue clearly in his mind. That vision guides every strike. Your assumption is your vision. Without it, you chip blindly. With it, every thought, every action, every moment flows in harmony with your desire. Step 2. Recognize that it's already done. Next, remind yourself in consciousness that the work is already complete. Your desire exists fully in the infinite field of possibility. There is nothing left to create, it already exists. Your job is simply to inhabit the state. Think of a painter who finishes a masterpiece but keeps adding strokes in doubt, wondering if it's enough. The painting is already done, the extra strokes are unnecessary. Similarly, when you recognize that your desire is complete in consciousness, you stop anxious interference. You rest. You trust. You let the natural process unfold. Step 3. Release the timeline. The third step is to release the when. Stop measuring, stop calculating, stop asking, when will it happen? Time is irrelevant in consciousness. Your desire exists now. The universe will deliver it at the perfect moment. Imagine planting a seed. You do not dig it up daily asking, has it grown yet? Growth happens according to its own timing. So too with your desire. Let go of the timeline. Trust that manifestation occurs when conditions align perfectly, and your focus remains on the state of fulfillment, not the calendar. Step 4. Release the pathway. Step 4 is to release the how. Stop trying to dictate exactly how your desire must appear. Stop controlling the people, circumstances, and actions involved. Infinite intelligence can deliver your desire in ways you could never imagine, far beyond your limited ideas. Think of a river flowing toward the ocean. You do not direct every twist and turn, you let it carve its path naturally. Trying to force the river's path only creates resistance. Similarly, release the how, and let consciousness build the bridge from assumption to manifestation. Step 5. Find fulfillment in the state itself. Step 5 is crucial. Find fulfillment now, in the state itself. Feel wealthy, loved, or successful in consciousness even before physical evidence appears. Do not rely on the manifestation to feel complete. This is the ultimate detachment, caring deeply, yet remaining internally whole. Imagine a musician who loves creating music. He does not wait for applause to feel satisfaction. The joy comes from the act itself. Your desire works the same way. The physical manifestation is the confirmation, the state itself is your fulfillment. Step 6. Live your life fully. Finally, live your life fully. Engage with work, hobbies, friends, and the present moment without obsessive checking. Your desire flows behind the scenes while you inhabit your daily life. You are not waiting, not watching, not hoping, you are living. Picture a gardener who waters plants, tends the soil, and then enjoys the sun while the garden grows. You do your part in consciousness, and then step back. The manifestation occurs naturally when aligned with your inner state. Dialogue-style guidance. Imagine yourself saying, I have this desire. It is done in consciousness. I do not need to know how or when. I release control, and I live fully. I am fulfilled now, and the universe delivers effortlessly. Repeat this in your mind as a guiding mantra throughout the day. Each step compounds the effect, training your mind to let go without giving up, and creating the state from which manifestation flows naturally. When you consistently follow these 6 steps, you will notice a profound shift. Anxiety diminishes, certainty grows, and your desires begin to appear with ease. This is not magic, it is alignment. It is understanding the laws of manifestation and working with them rather than against them. If you want, I can now write the next section, Stories and Examples, 700 words, in the same style, including 2 to 3 detailed stories to illustrate the principle in action. Do you want me to continue? Let's now look at how this principle works in real life. Stories help us see the truth not just in theory, but in action. I want to share a few examples of people who learned the power of letting go without giving up, and how it transformed their lives. Story 1. The business that bloomed after detachment. A man named Daniel had been struggling to grow his small business for years. He tried every marketing strategy he could find, overanalyzed every metric, and checked his sales numbers obsessively. Every day began with worry: is this month going to hit the target? Are clients going to show up? Am I failing? Daniel was holding on too tightly. His desperation blocked the natural flow of opportunity. Nothing seemed to work, and every day his anxiety grew. Then, he learned about letting go without giving up. He decided to release his obsession with the how and when of his success. Every morning, he visualized his thriving business and said, "It is already done in consciousness. I trust the universe to deliver in perfect timing." He continued to work diligently, but without desperation. He stopped obsessively checking, stopped calculating every outcome, and allowed the process to unfold. Within a few months, an unexpected partnership appeared. A client referred him to a high-profile opportunity that he had never anticipated. His revenue doubled, not because of force or frantic effort, but because he aligned with the state of having while releasing control over the details. Daniel's story shows us that detachment does not mean inaction, it means acting from a state of faith rather than fear. Story 2, a relationship that flourished after release. Sophia wanted a specific relationship deeply. She imagined it every day, analyzed every interaction, and counted every text message from the person she desired. She monitored their social media, checked her phone constantly, and felt anxious whenever there was no immediate response. Her constant grasping blocked the natural unfolding of connection. Her desire felt further away with each passing day. When Sophia learned to let go without giving up, everything changed. She decided to trust that the relationship already existed in consciousness. She stopped obsessing, stopped checking, and focused on living fully, spending time with friends, enjoying hobbies, and caring for herself. She repeated her inner affirmation: "It is done in consciousness. I release the how and when." Within weeks, the relationship blossomed naturally. Opportunities for connection appeared effortlessly, conversations flowed without pressure, and mutual affection grew without manipulation or anxiety. By letting go, she allowed her desire to manifest in a way that surpassed her imagining. Story 3, the career breakthrough through patience. Raj had been dreaming of a promotion for years. He worked overtime, followed every possible strategy, and constantly measured his progress. Despite his efforts, nothing materialized. He was desperate, anxious, and frustrated. After learning to practice letting go, Raj shifted his focus. Each morning, he visualized himself in the promoted position, felt the state of success in consciousness, and trusted the process without obsessing over the details. He continued to work diligently but with faith, not fear. A few months later, a project came his way that showcased his skills to leadership unexpectedly. His promotion arrived, not because he forced it, but because he had aligned himself with the state of having and released the desperate grip. Practical insights from these stories. Desperation pushes your desires away. Peaceful certainty attracts opportunities naturally. Letting go does not mean stopping effort, it means acting from faith, not fear. Focus on the state of fulfillment first, physical evidence follows. Release control over timing and circumstances, allow consciousness to orchestrate the manifestation. These stories reveal the universal truth: the less you need it to appear, the faster it manifests. Each individual acted in alignment with their desire, but without obsession, anxiety, or frantic control. The universe always responds to the state you inhabit. If you want, I can now write the next section, Signs You've Truly Let Go, 350 words, in the same style, showing how your audience can recognize mastery of the principle. Do you want me to continue? How do you know when you have truly let go without giving up? This is an essential question because many confuse detachment with giving up. True letting go has very specific signs, and recognizing them will help you stay on the path of effortless manifestation. The first sign is absence of obsession. When you let go, you no longer check constantly for evidence, analyze every detail, or worry about progress. Your desire is no longer a source of anxiety. You think of it occasionally, with calm certainty, not desperate hope. You know it is done in consciousness, and that knowing brings peace rather than tension. The second sign is engaging fully in the present moment. You live your life as though your desire is already accomplished. You work, play, spend time with loved ones, and enjoy hobbies without being distracted by constant monitoring. You are no longer waiting for the universe to deliver. Instead, you are living fully, and in doing so, you embody the state of having. The third sign is calm certainty. You feel confident, unshakable, and satisfied in the knowledge that your desire exists in consciousness. Circumstances that appear contradictory no longer disturb you. You trust that the physical manifestation will appear at the perfect moment. There is no need to force, manipulate, or control. Consider the paradox: the less you need it to appear, the faster it manifests. When you are desperate, you communicate lack. When you are peaceful and certain, you communicate having. Manifestation responds to your state, not to your effort. Another practical indicator: if someone asks about your desire, you can speak of it with joy and satisfaction, not longing or frustration. This is not indifference, you care deeply, but it is a detached, confident knowing that what you want is already yours in consciousness. These signs show mastery. You have released the desperate grip while remaining faithful to your assumption. You have learned the art of wanting deeply without needing, of trusting without controlling, and of living fully while your desires manifest effortlessly. If you want, I can now write the next section, Daily Practices to Strengthen Letting Go, 500 words, in the same style, giving actionable morning, daytime, and evening routines. Do you want me to continue? Let's now translate everything into daily practice. Consistency is key. The more you integrate these steps into your day, the more effortless manifestation becomes. I will guide you through a complete routine, morning, daytime, and evening. Morning practice: set your assumption the day begins the moment you wake. Before anything else, establish your assumption, the knowing that your desire is already fulfilled. Say to yourself, I have my desire. It is done in consciousness. I rest in this truth. Feel it fully. Settle into the state of fulfillment. This is not imagining or wishing, it is a conscious act of occupying the state of having. This morning habit sets the tone for the entire day. It aligns your mind, emotions, and energy with the reality you wish to manifest. Daily living: engage fully while resting in faith. Once your assumption is established, live your day fully. Go to work, enjoy your hobbies, spend time with friends, and immerse yourself in the present moment. But here is the critical distinction: you are not waiting anxiously for your desire to appear. You are resting in faith while actively living. If your mind drifts to the desire, simply remind yourself, it is done in consciousness. I do not need to check. I trust the process. This combination of engagement and trust trains your mind to hold the state without clinging to the outcome. Evening practice: release anxiety and attachment before sleep. Consciously release any anxiety or desperate attachment accumulated during the day. Reflect on your desire with peace, letting go of the how and when. Affirm to yourself, I release the need for proof. My desire exists in consciousness, and I rest in the certainty that it is done. Pair this with a state akin to sleep practice, where you fall asleep feeling the fulfillment of your desire as if it has already manifested. Consistency and cumulative effect: the power of this routine is in repetition. Morning assumption anchors your state. Daily living reinforces it through engagement. Evening release clears resistance and consolidates faith. Over time, this rhythm transforms your consciousness. You no longer cling, obsess, or doubt. Instead, you cultivate a steady state of peaceful certainty. In this state, manifestation is not forced, it flows naturally. By committing to these daily practices, you train yourself to let go without giving up. You learn to trust the process, stay aligned with your desire, and allow the universe to deliver effortlessly. As we come to the close of this journey tonight, let's reflect on the central paradox of manifestation: how to hold your desire deeply while simultaneously releasing the desperate grip that blocks it. This is the essence of letting go without giving up, a principle that transforms struggle into effortless creation. We began by understanding the difference between giving up and true letting go. Giving up is resignation, disbelief, and abandonment. Letting go is a conscious release of desperation while holding unwavering faith in your desire. It is the quiet confidence that what you want already exists in consciousness, and the physical manifestation will appear in perfect timing. We explored the core principle of peaceful certainty, the state of calm, unshakable knowing where desire exists fully within you. We discussed detachment versus indifference, caring deeply about your desire while feeling complete without needing immediate proof. Through stories and examples, we saw how people who released control over the how and when of their desires allowed opportunities, relationships, and success to manifest in unexpected and extraordinary ways. Then, we broke it down into practical steps: establish your assumption, recognize that your desire is already done, release the timeline, release the pathway, find fulfillment in the state itself, and live fully. We reinforce these steps with daily practices, morning, day, and evening, to create a rhythm of conscious alignment, trust, and living in the state of having. Now, it is your turn. Practice these principles daily. Anchor yourself in your assumption each morning. Engage fully with your life while trusting the process. Release anxiety and attachment each evening. With consistency, your state of peaceful certainty will grow stronger, your desperation will dissolve, and manifestation will flow naturally, effortlessly, and joyfully. Remember this: the universe does not resist the certain mind. It mirrors the state you inhabit. The less you need it to appear, the faster it manifests. Your desires are already in consciousness. Your task is to align, trust, and live in that truth. Tonight, take a deep breath and declare it for yourself: I have my desire. It is done in consciousness. I let go of all fear and trust the process. This is not theory. This is mastery. This is your path to effortless manifestation. As always, remember, you are here because your soul is ready. Step into this truth. Assume your greatness. Live from the end of your desires. And let the world witness the transformation that begins with your knowing. Until we meet again in consciousness, keep embodying your power, and watch as your life unfolds in extraordinary ways. Thank you, and good evening.